shot all around. There is a overseer coming in to drop a changeling, or just check it out and see what's going on. We do have a swap here. Nope, just moving around, nothing swapping. Organizing his base a little better. We do have another command center going down for McLeod. We'll probably float up and go to his expansion. The engineering bay is out, but there are no upgrades going on, and for some reason that oh, never mind. That is the changeling chilling out in the middle of the base, letting Telecom know what's going on, although I don't see how he didn't see that giant floating blimp going on. There he goes, he took out the changeling. In Telecom's base we have the expansion fully saturated. No gas on the expansion yet though, but he does have, he could use a few more drones. Not quite fully saturated. But he has recouped from his earlier McLeod aggression and now has 36 harvesters, and he is raking in the minerals. Not too good on the gas. He needs to get more than one drone on each gas, so he might find that to be a rude awakening if he wants to get something other than Zerglings. McLeod does scan the expansion and sees roaches are out, as well as nope, the queen, not Infestor, and hydralisks. Let's turn off this lovely little thing here. Let's check out the production tab now that we're getting into the base. We do have ventral sacs and pneumatic carapace. Numanized carapace. It's a tough one to say. So we may see a drop come from Telecom here to try and take back what he lost. We also have tanks and all sorts of things producing, and a Terran infantry armor level upgrade 1. Don't quite know why he's going for the infantry armor. Maybe it's for the SCVs, but I would be going mech armor since he's got this much of a mech army. We do have 2 Thors out at the moment, and no more being constructed at the moment. He did just land his expansion and do the transfer and land a mule. The Overseer goes running through the base to check out what's going on and gets shot at by the Thor, but makes it out alive. Telecom is doing a great job spreading his creep. If there's one thing that I think this chap does, it's spread creep. Look at all these creep tumors everywhere. He's gonna run this creep right into the base. He is just on the outskirts of that base. If those Hellions weren't there, that looked like it'd be great to run some Zerglings in there to snipe those tanks. But McLeod does have a missile turret by his tanks, so a burrowed roach crawl under the tanks will not work. They will see it coming. We do have another expansion going on for Telecom in the east position, trying to kind of hide it away over there. We do have Overlords floating about, along with the Overseer, just kind of checking around, and one Hellion roaming around looking for expansions, and he found it. So what will McLeod do for that? More Hellions running out to see if Telecom has expanded to the northwest, and he has not, so they will be satisfied with their results. We do have fully loaded Overlords taking a roundabout way. I think they're probably going to come around here. Maybe the best option would be come all the way around and drop them here. That's what I would do. Try to avoid the scanner as much as possible. Is he going to do that? Is he? We are watching this Overlords. Oh, he's just skirting. Nope. He's going to make a beeline for the base. And there are missile turrets, so he will have a rude awakening. Hopefully he does not lose any fully loaded Overlords. Wow, that's a tongue twister. And they will drop one Overlord. Does go down before he drops anything. 2 Overlords? Nope, they unload. But this does not look good. The tanks have seen it, and everybody has moved up. The tanks are now sieging up. The Zerg is starting to run away, getting away from the sieged up tanks, but he does spread his tanks out in a well spread format. And these roaches are attacking a supply depot. So roaches look like they're going to go down to these Thors, and they certainly will. And this was a very, I would say, rather unsuccessful harass. I think he got a supply depot out of that. Don't quite know why he needed to run his overlords out the same way he came in. Seems kind of silly, but hey. The tanks are moving in for a counterattack, and the roaches. Telecom has produced more roaches and zerglings. They are coming to meet the foe. They are pushing them back and snipe out 2 tanks, 3 tanks. Almost, nah, got one other tank halfway down. So the attack was thwarted, but the counterattack was also thwarted. So Telecom is doing okay. He does have some idle drones over here. Seems kind of silly to have this expand. There he goes. Now he gets it a little distracted by his drop going on there, I guess. He's also got a 4th expansion going down at the main base of the east position versus the expansion of the east position. And we do have some Hellions. Look like they're going to go over there and take care of the drones at that expansion. And drones are roasty toasty, all of them are gone. Will he cancel this hatchery? Roaches going around, looks like they're going to intercept these Hellions. He does have 1/1 upgrades on his army, so he does split up his roaches. Don't need the whole army going there to take out the Hellions. But he is massing strictly roaches at the moment. We see no more Hydralisks, so we will see if he decides to go with some more Hydralisks for support, distance shooting, or not. The Terran army is quite impressive. He has got units. 14 tanks. And this looks like it could be a backbreaker for Telecom. All these tanks, if they get a chance to siege up before he... well, there is a 1 upgrade on the tanks, so we have equal upgrade weapon, but Telecom has a little bit more shields. Can the roaches hold off all these tanks? I do not think so. These tanks are just too much for Telecom. The roaches back off, but the tanks seem rather unfazed. A few tanks sieged up, the ones in the front did not, which is very good micro by McLeod. The Thors and the tanks are walking in, and Telecom good games because he has realized he has been beaten. But he did have quite an economy. I'm not much for jumping out just when I lose my army. I do prefer to draw it out to the last man, or almost the last man. But he did have quite a formidable force. So, well, I hope this game was a little bit more exciting, and that I managed to cast it in a more exciting fashion instead of my docile tones that, when I listen to, puts me to sleep. But that's just me. I can't stand to hear myself. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and subscribe, leave comments, do anything.